is grain, which any fool can eat, but for which the Lord intended a more divine means of consumption. Let us give praise to our Maker and glory to his bounty by learning about beer.
Welcome back. Today on I Make Beer, we're going to be making a Black IPA. Guy at work that I work with said he was out the other day, had a Black IPA, and said, you know, you don't really get those very often anymore. And he goes, it was a really good beer. And I go, I don't think I've ever made a Black IPA. So here we go. We're going to make a Black IPA. Nothing real different about this one. It's going to be pretty standard brew day. I am going to be adding in our dark malts late in the mash. So we're not extracting a lot of that bitterness that I don't think will go good with an IPA, the type of bitterness that they produce. So we'll add those in late. We got everything ready to go. As I said, this is I Make Beer channel. My name's Steve Luther. Let's make some beer. I'm just heating up the water right now. I got all my salts weighed out. I'll give you that in a couple seconds after I dump this in here. So we're doing a single infusion mash at 152. I added gypsum, I added Epsom salts, calcium chloride, chalk, and salt. Parts per million here. I'm making a 3-gallon batch, as usual for me, pretty much. We got 5 1/4 gallons of water, distilled water. Currently heating it up to about 158, and then we'll knock it down to 152 after we dough in. This recipe calls for 6 pounds of 2-row, 12 ounces of Munich malt 20L, 8 ounces of crystal. Mine is a 50 to 60L. And then the dark malt is the Carafa Special number 3. That again is 8 ounces. As I said earlier, I'm going to add that in about 10 minutes left in the mash. So also added to this one, we are using Chinook hops. I'm using a ½ ounce of Chinook. My hops are 11% alpha acid, so I'm going to add the ½ ounce at 60 minutes. It's actually 0.53 ounces. Those hundredths of an ounce actually matter, especially when you're making smaller batches like this. And then I'm using 0.27 ounces of Cryo Cascade, just happened to be what I had. Those are 11% also. I'll add those at 15 minutes. And then I'm going to add another ½ ounce of Chinook at 5 minutes. Then I'm going to dry hop this one. I'm going to dry hop it with an ounce of the Cascade hops, the Cryo hops. So I'll do that 7 days in, approximately. Maybe, you know, when we're about a couple clicks away from final gravity, then I will add in my dry hops and dry hop them for a couple days. So the original gravity is estimated to be at 1064. My final gravity should be around 1014. Should come out to a 6.5%. Bitterness right now is at 62 IBUs, and the color is pretty dark at 34. All right, we're going in, folks. All right, so we're doughed in. We were at temperature. but that should come down. This time I'm going to recirculate. I've done this once before. I'm just putting the hose right in here. I don't know. I just think it might be a better idea. All right, we'll see you back here in 50 minutes. We're done with the first 50 minutes of the mash. We're going to add in our carafa now for 10 minutes, and then we'll mash out. We're done with the mash. Going to raise the temperature up to 168 for our mash out. All right, boil just started. We're adding in our first addition of hops, which is Chinook hops. Get those in. Also, my volume is at 4.5, which is exactly where it's supposed to be. And my gravity for pre-boil was at 1045. Right on. I'm on every single number right now. So we're looking good. So we're just getting ready for the 15-minute edition. This is going to be my Cascade, Cryo Cascade hops. Then I'm going to start recirculating through the pump, get that all cleaned out, and then we got another 5-minute addition to add. Whoa, and there we go. 0.27 Cryo Cascade hops. They're in. And I'm also adding in my Werflock tablet, which I just threw in there, and my yeast nutrient. 5 minutes left in the boil. Half ounce of Chinook going in. We'll give that 5 minutes, and then we will start chilling. Boil's over. We're gonna kill the heat. We're gonna keep the pump going. Got to turn on the cold water for the counterflow chiller, and we'll get this starting to cool down and get it in the fermenter.
2 weeks later.
We're back now. We're going to do the tasting of the Black IPA. This one finished up at 1019, a little bit higher than it should have. I think it was supposed to finish at 1014. Came out to be 5.7%. It started out at 1062, and as I said, it finished up at 1019. We went over the recipe earlier. I just did want to add something that when you do add the dark malts, as I said earlier, and as you saw in the video, you know, add them in late because it'll alleviate some of that roasty bitterness that you get in it. I went in the last 10 minutes, probably could have gone in the last 5, but it's either one or the other. Got the Black IPA here. Obviously, it's black, and it's pretty dark. They only put in 6.5% of the Carafa 3, and that's like a 5.25 SRM. A Lulla bottom. 5.25, yep. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyways, can't say much about the color. It's black. Can't see through it. It is clear though. If you put a bright light up behind it, it actually is clear. This one has been in the keg for about a week, fermented in 20 days, 21 days. So then I cold crashed, and then we put it in a keg, and it's been kegged in the keezer here for about a week. Yeah, it's been a week. Came out really good. Nice tan head. It's sort of dissipated now, but nice fluffy head when I poured it. Mouth feels good. Nothing, just the touch of the roasty bitterness, but it's really in the background. It actually, I probably would not change anything in times in regards to the mash the last 10 minutes, but you could probably go a little bit later in the mash, but it came out great. I mean, you know, I used really dark, that Carafa 3 is dark, so this came out really dark. But it's a nice feeling mouthfeel. I didn't do aroma, did I? You get just a little roastiness on the aroma. You get some malt, not a lot of hop though. And then flavor. Flavor is really good. I mean, it's a really good black IPA. I really enjoy it. It's not going to kill you, 5.7%. You can drink a couple of these. Nice flavor. You're getting just a little bit of citrus, very little. I would say probably a little more floral and grassy notes in this from the hops. All in all though, good beer, really good beer. So again, Black IPA. Make this one, you'll enjoy it. Just made this just because a friend of mine said he had a Black IPA at a brewery, and I said, well, I haven't made one ever. So decided to make one. So now I got to bring him a growler and have him try it, see what he thinks about it. But this is a good beer. We got some new stuff coming up. I am going away for a little bit, so I'm trying to get these videos done, stagger them out, so I can occupy the time that I'm not around. But again, if I don't get them out as quick as I'd like, that's because I'm not here. So, salute. Enjoy your beers. Like and subscribe. Down below, recipe will be in the description.